Now at 10, this is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Multiple brush fires are continuing to burn all across Connecticut. Thanks for joining us for the news at 10 here on CW20 tonight. I'm Brent Harden.
And I'm Sarah Sanchez. The lack of rain is only making matters worse. All the leaves that have fallen are critically dry.
Fox 61's Kayla Cade gives us an update now on the Hawthorne fire and explains how state leaders are handling the burning issue.
They say the south end of Lamentation Mountain is still pretty active. Now, they are controlling the fire lines and they have help from multiple agencies from outside of the state. There has been no rain in sight in the past few weeks, and it's causing fires throughout our state.
Everything is incredibly flammable. Anytime a dry leaf falls, it's fuel for the flames.
That's what's happening on Lamentation Mountain in Berlin.
There's still hot spots on the mountain, so reports on the size of the fire are very positive. We don't believe it's much bigger than that 120 to 130.
Governor Ned Lamont says they are making sure it can't expand any further. Firefighters have been fighting this fire for over a week. Helicopters from Maine have been called down to help.
Doing our best to tamp down the possible spread of these wildfires. If the wind picks up, you've heard the phrase spread like wildfire. That's what we're trying to avoid. You know, those choppers are costing us about $8,000 an hour. So that's a lot of support we're getting to do everything to keep you safe.
Major General Eves says the National Guard has dropped 240,000 gallons of water so far.
Last time we had aerial drops of water was 1995, so that's really unprecedented, and we're working and real proud of Connecticut's home team. Our members have trained to do this both here in the United States, in Connecticut, and overseas.
The Hawthorne fire isn't the only one in Connecticut. There are other fires happening that are not as big, but are still raising concerns.
All the fires in Connecticut currently have the possibility of reignition.
DEEP says it is managing all of the active fires.
We're working to ensure that there's proper surveillance and that we're helping to address as new fires are cropping up, being able to get personnel on the scene to keep them from growing into larger fires.
What we need is rain.
DEEP says it's important for us to be mindful and to not burn anything outdoors, park your cars on the grass, or flit a cigarette butt outside the window. Now, with Halloween just a few days away, it's best for you to use a battery-operated candle instead of lighting a real one. In Berlin, Kayla Cade, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
All right, Kayla, thank you. Time for a look at the weather now. And boy, these dry conditions are making things tough out there, and those firefighters could really use some help to help them contain these fires.
Yeah, a lot of things we have to think about that we don't usually think about, you know, because it's usually not this dry. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Rachel Frank. Rachel, any rain in the forecast this week?
We do have a few drops in the forecast, and it's not a soaking rain. It's not going to completely get rid of this brush fire risk, but every little drop counts. And I think the motto that we have here, at least in the Weather Center, is we'll take what we can get. We've got 2 shower chances this week. There is a chance for a spotty shower later tomorrow, and then another chance for more numerous showers heading into Friday morning. So that's a change that we haven't seen lately, just any rain in the forecast for that matter. But we also have some late week warmth we want to tell you about, with once again temperatures climbing into the 70s and even near 80 degrees, approaching records for a hot Halloween. We're calling it hot by October standards, almost November, right? Upper 30s for Wyndham and Putnam, low 50s though in Bridgeport, and 40s in between. Low temperatures tonight will drop back into the 30s to around 40, so we do think there could be areas of patchy frost away from the shoreline to start off the day tomorrow. A little frost on the pumpkin. Otherwise, we're looking at mostly cloudy skies. Kind of a classic fall day, highs in the 50s. There is a chance for an isolated shower in the afternoon, but I think a better chance for a few hit or miss scattered showers as we head into tomorrow evening. That will be from the warm front that will push those temperatures up, and away starting on Wednesday. We'll show you those changes ahead coming up.
Rachel, thank you. Well, today, family, friends, and first responders said goodbye to a man who laid down his life trying to help his community battle a brush fire.
Weathersfield Fire Captain Robert Sharkovich Sr. was laid to rest today. The procession started this morning in Weathersfield. Sharkovich's body was escorted from the funeral home down the Silestine Highway. People were lined up on both sides of the road.
Final services for Sharkovich were held inside the majestic Cathedral of St. Joseph in Hartford. Fox 61's Matt Karen takes us inside that service.
It was a fitting final farewell to a true community hero, a person who runs toward danger when others turn away, a person who for the last 22 years didn't earn a dime as a volunteer firefighter. The roar of the engine, the toll of the bell, the playing of the pipes. It set the solemn scene Monday.
When that bell rings, when that radio call goes off, it is a brotherhood, it is a sisterhood. Everyone's watching each other's backs, and that's what we're here to do today.
They came from near and far. The cold granite walls of Hartford's Cathedral of St. Joseph. On this day filled with the warmth of God's love.
Lord Jesus, gentle shepherd, who brings rest to our souls, grant peace to Rob forever. Lord, hear our prayer.
Lord, hear our prayer.
Standing room only, a service fit for a hero.
Robert was not just my brother, he was my hero, embodying strength and selflessness throughout his life.
As the flag-draped casket carrying the body of 66-year-old Robert Sharkey Sharkovich Sr. lay in repose at the foot of the altar, his son and nephew recalled that most terrifying evening, October 22nd.
As the daylight faded and the mountain glowed in fire, we carried him home. Uncle Rob, you meant the world to us. We will carry on your legacy, your laughter, and your spirit with us forever.
25 years with Hartford, 22 with Wethersfield. Sharkovich died doing what he loved, helping the community.
His commitment to the town of Wethersfield, his service in a variety of capacities to the school district, to keeping folks safe. I'm always in awe of anybody who will put their life on the line to save others.
Not a vocation, but a calling, laying down his life as the ultimate sacrifice of service.
His dedication to firefighting and his deep love for family are the endless gifts he has given to us. These are the moments and memories we will miss most.
To know him was to love him, a man of honor, character, compassion, and a few shenanigans.
One of my favorite memories was working on roofs with him. We did it so often it became routine. Even him occasionally falling off the roof and me and Robbie looking for him, being either in a bush or a dumpster, only to brush himself off and get right back up.
Robert Sharkey Sharkovich Sr., a firefighter, a husband, son, father, grandfather, and a friend, with that signature Shark smile.
Great guy. Every time you saw Rob, huge smile. Great family man. Just someone you want to be around, and a lot of good laughs over the years.
Rest easy, Rob. Your brothers and sisters will take it from here. Sharkovich leaves a lasting legacy. His son and nephew are also firefighters. If you'd like to pay your respects to the Sharkovich family in lieu of flowers, they are asking you to consider donating to the Tunnels to Towers Foundation. Reporting in Hartford, outside St. Joseph Cathedral, Matt Caron, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
We'll have much more on the life of fallen firefighter Robert Sharkovich Sr. and the impact he had on his community. Coming up at 10:30, our Jim Altman speaks with first responders about what today meant for them.
New at 10, Churchill Road in Newtown's closed. Police are investigating a pedestrian crash. This happened around 7 tonight in the area of Dayton. We're still trying to figure out details about exactly what happened, but police are telling neighbors to expect a heavy police presence and full road closure through the night and into the morning. If you need access to Sandy Hook homes or businesses from Churchill Road, you're asked to use Washington Avenue.
Fire crews in the capital city responded to a fire on Hungerford Street this afternoon. It looks like it happened inside a multifamily home. We don't know if anyone was inside at the time. We have calls out to fire officials, and we'll update you as we learn more.
Officials tell us the 5-year-old boy who nearly drowned in the Connecticut River over the weekend is still in the hospital tonight in critical condition. He was kayaking with his dad and had him on Saturday. His boat overturned. Emergency crews say he suffered cardiac arrest. The boy is currently at Connecticut Children's.
An armed carjacking is under investigation in Fairfield tonight. Police there trying to find the people responsible. It happened Sunday just before 10 a.m. Police say the victim was in a Porsche at a stoplight when a man pulled out a gun and told the driver to get out. The man got out, the other got in and took off. Someone in a BMW that he was in also drove away on I-95 North. And while the police are still searching for the Porsche tonight, we do know they found the BMW. Now, this is surveillance video of that car driving through a Cumberland Farms gas station. Police think that's where the victim in the Porsche was spotted. They say the BMW had several guns inside. It's not clear if any of them were used in that carjacking. Now, officials are warning residents to stay alert, especially when in unfamiliar areas or stopped at intersections, as we are seeing more carjackings in these cases, and to limit distractions like using your phone so you can ensure no one is following you or your car or approaching you armed. Leave space between your car and others, especially so you can pull away and exit if anything goes awry. They also suggest that in high traffic areas, keep your doors locked and keep your windows up.